Well, many of us are wondering, what are we to do with all of the items that don't bring us joy anymore? We all know that Marie Kondo taught us on Netflix how to declutter our lives, and it's been huge. I've personally done it. But where are all of these items that are being purged ending up?
Well, we think that item, we think that sweater, and then we let it go. And we're going to talk to Jessica Thompson now, the Community Donation Center Ambassador at Savers, to talk to us a little bit about how you're maybe seeing an increase. We have both kind of bought into the Tidying Up, and Tidying Up's not even new. The book was out forever. But do you think that the show Tidying Up now has people tidying up their homes?
I do think so, maybe. And I think our weather right now is probably helping that out. People are staying home, cleaning out their houses. We have seen quite a bit of donations for January. I do think that each individual that brings in donations has increased the amount that they're bringing us. I do actually also think that they are bringing in items that they have in their closet that still have tags on them more often than probably before. So we're seeing a lot of better condition items than normally we do see. And anytime you bring a donation in, it helps our local nonprofit partner, the YWCA. Anytime you come in, we also want to give you appreciation back. We give you a donor appreciation card, which gives you 20% off anytime you purchase items in our store.
It's just really win-win. I love it. And I was talking, the YWCA shelter is very close to our station here, so sometimes I just will bring my stuff down there, and I know it says the partnership, but it's just another reason why you should go ahead and let go of some of those things that there's no reason to hold on to it.
Oh, absolutely. There are four really good reasons, obviously, because it helps yourself get rid of things. It helps you feel better in your life. But every time you bring stuff in, it helps that local YWCA. It also helps our environment. There is a staggering amount of evidence of how many textiles Americans throw into the garbage every year. An average person throws away 80 pounds of textiles. Just in America alone, that's 10.5 million tons of textiles. And worldwide, they say it's over 26 billion pounds of clothing and textiles. Savers 3 years ago started a Rethink Reuse program, which does an annual survey about how consumers feel about reusing items and textiles and recycling them also. Since then, we've been able, just last year, we saved over 700 million tons of textiles from the landfills.
Wow.
Do you think it's also, I feel like our culture in part for a while, like growing up, I never would have wanted to say, oh, I got this from a thrift store. Where now, when I say that, it's like almost with pride.
You're
when
like,
people are like,
what'd you do this weekend? I went thrifting.
When they're like, oh, I love your sweater, where'd you do it? And I'm like, got it at a thrift store. It was $4. Like, do you think that's kind of part of this culture that we're creating on reusing?
Absolutely. And that was actually my fourth point, was that I think that the last thing, that when you're donating something, you are also giving that item possibility to spark joy for someone else. And I do see it on a daily basis where someone gets really excited about an item that maybe they recognize from their childhood, or something they've been looking for a really long time they couldn't find, they find in our store.
Do you have any advice for like some do's and don'ts, though? Are there things that people should not be bringing or donating that they are donating, or things that you encourage maybe more of?
Actually, you'd be surprised. There are, because we're a recycling center, if we deem something not sellable, that doesn't mean that it just goes in the garbage from us. There's actually other places that it goes after we deem it not sellable. It can go to a third world country and get sold there. It can also go to a cloth recycling center where they break down textiles and create new textiles.
Oh, that's incredible.
So even if you're kind of on the fence about something, you're like, well, this shirt might be like way too dated for anybody to want it. Still, you can bring it there, and if you guys are like, yeah, no one's going to buy this, it'll still be donated maybe.
Well, and actually you'd be surprised. There are a lot of theater companies that come in and use our store for a lot of period type things. So like that 90s shirt you don't think anybody will ever wear again, that theater company is going to really appreciate that.
If I don't get there first and buy it, because I love the 90s.
Yeah, I need my Chicago Bulls pullover windbreaker that I had. Look for that at the thrift store again. But have you taken part in the whole tidying up? I mean, have you tried doing that at all? Or
actually, yes, but I do it pretty consistently because I work at this thrift store. I pretty much buy an item every day when I work there. It's pretty bad. I think I just brought in 2 full garbage bags of clothing the last time I went into work.
So,
at least she's following
both ways.
the steps
like
and helping
take
out.
something out of the closet, or no, go buy something, take something out of the closet. Okay. Well, it's so much fun to talk to you today. And I feel good because initially I thought I heard that some thrift stores were overwhelmed by this tidying up craze right now, but it sounds like you're like, bring it on in.
You know, the more we get, the more work we do, and the more it helps our local nonprofit partner.
All right,
stuff.
sounds good. Thank you very much. Coming up on today's show, 10 real estate terms that millennials